Hey guys! It's not just tech here. So August is a busy month.
And we will be taking a small hiatus until September as we get adjusted, as I will be going on a cross-Canada road trip.
And I will be preparing my move to a new country. So we'll be taking a short little break, but not too long. So definitely stay tuned for our videos that are going to be starting up in September. Yeah, so we'll see you guys then.
Yeah.
Bye.
Since we are going on this hiatus, Linda and I decided to give you all a surprise thank you gift for your support. So let's go to Mexico with me. This July 2021, I was fortunate enough to be able to go to Mexico for 2 weeks. So I started in Toronto and flew all the way down to Mexico City. The flight was only around 5 hours. I spent the first half of my trip in Mexico City. There are so many things to do, and I tried a bunch of different local foods, went on a 3-hour walking tour run by local university students. Essentially, there were so many things to do here. I had a blast. For the second half of our trip, we did a lot of water activities. So we flew from Mexico City to Cancun, a domestic flight, where we directly took a bus from Cancun to Valladolid. Valladolid is known for their wonderful cenotes, so we rented a bike for a day and did a bunch of cenote hopping. Then we went from Valladolid down to Tulum. Gradually the bus rides were getting longer and longer. We maxed out at like a 5-hour bus ride, which is pretty crazy. So when we landed in Tulum, it's like the younger sister touristy area of Cancun. After we stayed a couple nights in Tulum, we took another bus all the way down to Bacalar, which is this tiny wannabe touristy town. And Bacalar is known for the Lagoon of 7 colors because of the cenotes, which cause the different shades of blue. So let's start vlogging. In Mexico City, the city was bustling with activity and full of diversity. Everyone was super friendly, and some even asked us for directions. The city skyline shown here was taken from the Chapultepec Castle, which translates to Hill of the Grasshopper. We loved the architecture in Mexico as well. Many buildings were colorfully painted, intermingled with buildings from the 19th century. If you walk down the main street in the city center, there are a lot of lively market vendors. This building of blue tiles is one of the most well-known buildings in the city. There are also magnificent parks full of carefully thought-out landscapes. And of course, the cathedrals. Mexico City contains the Metropolitan Cathedral. This cathedral took 250 years to complete, originally starting construction in 1573. We even stopped by to watch some of the traditional events in Mexico, such as the Lucha Libre. That was definitely an interesting watch, would recommend. Then we took a break from the city by signing up for a Mayan cooking class. We really enjoyed this one because we got to learn how the Mayans cooked their food and visited a local food market in order to buy the ingredients. We made salsa, enjoyed the traditional chaya fresca drink, which is made of lemons and chaya leaves, and made the classic tamale food. It is made by pressing corn dough mixed with cinnamon powder and chaya leaves, then pressed into banana leaf. There are different types of tamale depending on how you cook it. 3, 2, 1! Time to do all the water activities. We went to the Yucatan Peninsula area of Mexico, getting to swim in 4 different cenotes. It was a full day of biking from one cenote to another and swimming in these amazing underground caves. One even had a waterfall. Others were almost completely sealed, like cenote 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐿. Then we went to this massive, wonderful nature reserve called the Yucatan Biosphere near Tulum. We zoomed through the mangroves in a motorboat. The water was so clear and warm, and we got to float down the lazy river. It was so relaxing and super beautiful. We saw a falcon, fish, and tons of exotic plants. Later on, we caught another cenote. This one was definitely one of my favorites. Then, before the crack of dawn, we woke up at 4 a.m. for this. We went on a sunrise stand-up paddleboarding tour. We paddleboarded for a few hours and watched the sunrise while over the bluest waters we've ever seen. Afterwards, we went and relaxed at our Airbnb stay It was right next to the water and had this kayak there. We were so set out to kayak that we decided to kayak in the pouring rain. And our final but most memorable activity of the trip was whale shark watching. We took a 1.5-hour boat ride out to the middle of the ocean in order to swim with these magnificent creatures. It was so rocky the whole ride because we had to sit at the front. The waves would slam you back down, and both of us took drugs to make sure we didn't get seasick. But the whale sharks made everything worth it. And that's a wrap on this adventure. Thank you so much for coming to Mexico with me. Please stay tuned on our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram at It's Not Just Tech.